Grim Fandango. Hey, what's going on? We're back here with Use Discord from the overlay while playing Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, where we're close to beginning what is gotta be the last trial in this game. And we're gonna do it right! It's gonna be so exciting. I'm gonna have a good time with it. It's gonna be so fucking incredible! Sorry, too much? Too much. Okay, maybe too much. I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. This is the video that she said was her video when we got videos way back when. And it said something like secret urgent interviews or whatever. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD. Interview DVD added to the choosable section of your handbook. Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble? Of always, Kyoko. So, as it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick. What I mean is I'm less and less sure of everything. Even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask. For the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burn with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not. Because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Likewise! Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Indeed. Chihiro would not be happy. Again, this would be so much easier if we just checked the identity of all the bodies in the morgue. But whatever. I mean, I guess some of them would be pretty unidentifiable with what happened to them. Certainly can't identify Mondo's, for example. I did think when we first saw the burned corpse that the hair color looked closest to Junko's than anyone else, but then I was like, don't be stupid, it was set on fire. The hair color might have changed. And it did a bit, but again, assuming that's Junko's body, didn't change all that much. Let's do this! You should be able to play DVDs just fine, like it did the last few times. Well, then I better take a look. Take the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It's gonna be like interviews with all of us. Well, in class 78. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. Maybe there's no visual, just audio. Must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long. I mean, it was like 15 days. And there she was.
Then. Are you ready to begin?
I guess that's meant to be the headmaster, but it sounds a bit like Mondo. I think it's probably the same actor. The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation.
Hearing him in this voice, though, it sounds like I feel like I've heard that actor before somewhere.
I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
You and me both. It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute.
Could you maybe turn the music down a bit?
It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school.
Okay, well, if it's only a chance, that's fine. In the background, we got that samurai helmet in one of the trophies.
Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending your rest of your life in this school? Accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
What the voice reminds me of is Alfric from Three Houses, but I don't think it's the same person. Okay, fun! Ha 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 ha! As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood until now, but this, only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard, I said aloud, because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad. She tried to frame me for murder. So, why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat here thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video I thought was finished flashed back on screen. I started back to the screen. It's gonna be everyone else saying yes as well, right? And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. It's gonna be him, maybe? Yeah. Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation, but the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. What I'm curious is, does Hina doesn't seem all that upset with the proposal? Do Junko and Mukuro show up is what I want to know. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his questions, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. Trial time? What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie! Looks like it broke! Out of service! What? It just so happened to break now? Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure, my ass! You cut the power on purpose! Whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. You'd ask them the question, they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. Let out a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something. You didn't see Mukuro?
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. What would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Convenient outcome? It seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Man, so we really just thought that those photographs that we were like, there's no way they've been faked. We just turned around and we're like, nah, I guess they were faked. Before this point. Or Makoto genuinely thought everyone else was lying to him about not knowing each other. Interview DVD and trial time. Bring it, Bareface. Ah, wait, what the hell? Why is this back?
Anything that has a start, there has to be an end.
Sorry, I don't know if you can see it, but I've been having trouble. I had weird things happen with my capture software earlier today, and it, like, there's a diagnostics at the top right corner here, which I could have sworn I just turned off. I do not want this statistics overlay, Sam I am. Oh, there. Why is it there? There's a perfectly, you have a perfectly good heads-up display option. Why does it only let you change the location of the statistics there? Why would you hide statistics over here? Get that off. Don't come back. Thank you. No, now I've got a Windows spinny.
And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There
Yes,
is
I'll
no
play the
night
second
that
game, all right.
doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning.
Everyone's already at the red door.
Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you-know-where.
Yes, we know where. All right, let's do this. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then, this is the end. Yeah, let's do it. I guess I'm the first one this time. You're early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. Now, Kyoko, if you're about to tell me something I don't need to know, it's fine. Something that incriminates you, it's cool. Just, I don't know, I don't need to hear it. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said, they sprung up out of the ground. Byakuya! Right, everyone's all still freaked out about him. They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. This was advanced silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like first class trial.
You called for me.
I'm late. Oh, I thought she said I'm a latte. I'm late. Strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze. Now listen, everything will just be fine if you leave it to me. With my scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see. Okay, well then, let's begin. This final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaximum sorrow. You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know. If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square. And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope. Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below, so don't try and run away. Nothing as odd as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever. This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Excuse me. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey.
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
However,
I think it's me they're suspicious of. But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However...
You can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
So...
Ready to win, right? Of course! I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. I started making my way toward the opening, step after step toward the gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally on steady legs. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. It was a really long ride this time. Without warning, it began to descend deeper and deeper. 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 Deeper still. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. And all sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. It could have been seconds or so. Well, I mean, unless I get back on it and go back up. What could have been seconds or centuries later. I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Whoa. High def, brother. This is the final trial site? What do you think? There's an Emperor Ball Black spreading right around the corner. Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'm gonna sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin! You'll sit there in the vacant 16th seat, huh? Therefore admitting that if you didn't attend the other ones in person, it was a problem. So did you have to speak into Monokuma to make noise, or do you type into it? Because if you speak into it, if you type into it... anyway, sorry, it's neither here nor there. There's time to think about that later. I think all the skills are how we want them, right? Let's have a look at our truth bullets. There are 17. Do you reckon this places to check will actually come into play, that will mention that certain places were locked beforehand? Or was it purely just for the reminder while we were investigating? They're motivated only by despair, making them some of the most despicable people to ever live. I don't know that you can really tell that the headmaster's smiling in this photo, but okay. Interesting. There's a second despair, but we're also saying that it's a like-minded group of people, so there could be more than two also. But yeah, I forgot that she specifically said the stab wound and the blow to head were after death. I.e., she died from the multiple wounds, like Admiral said from the beginning. But never mind that. That's fine. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The mastermind stands exposed and must pay for their crimes. Now all that's left is the looming mystery of Speak Academy itself. Which we are told we have to solve, along with all mysteries, when we die.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
What's with the 2, 3, 4, 5?
So listen up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school,
I guess it's just to show you how high it is.
you guys win. But if you can't, then I win. And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Sounds like fun!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
TV audience, if you could all DVR that, please.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the
I mean, his life's on the
mastermind
line.
only one person? Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you?
Okay, everyone thinks that everyone else is the
You're all out to
mastermind.
get me.
So did they all receive a photograph without them in it? Is that what it is?
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
So do I just supposed to produce my photograph and say, well, I'm not in my photo either? I guess it's not places to check your Headmaster's E-handbook if it is one of these bullets.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line.
She sounds very casual.
I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
At first I thought it was just Makoto they were freaked out about. Like they all received the photograph without him in it.
Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait.
And so I'm gonna be like,
hold on.
oh, so do
This
I.
doesn't make any sense.
And produce my photo on the last orange spot
How
here.
can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
So I'm supposed to cut it off by saying it's not the three of you, it's actually me too? All three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy? There's no doubt this is a trap Monokuma set. He set it up so we would suspect each other. But I don't have a choice but to produce it, right?
Haven't you? I have evidence.
It's the only thing that makes sense to shoot here. Kerbalooey! No, that's wrong! It was a photograph presented to all of us, meant to trick us.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Just like Kyoko said.
Well,
Meant to
yeah.
upset us. So does that mean that, well, there's obviously something behind Yasuhiro. But I was wondering if maybe what it meant was that Junko has just been inserted over top of each of us in all these or whatever, and she's the only one who wasn't in the picture or something.
Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture...
Which is the only one that is right, obviously. Oh, interesting.
I'm the only one not in it.
Right, okay, and Junko's face is, like, never shown. Interesting. Makoto looks like he's about to die, especially with Sakura charging up behind him. Look at Celeste just hanging out in the back in her normal outfit as well. She's like, I will not be participating in this horseshit. Neither's Mukuro, actually. Hey, these are a bunch of cute school scenes. I figured as much. In which
Hiro,
case...
you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
I didn't actually notice if there was a prohibited sign on Junko in that one. No, but her face is never visible for reasons. Mukuro looks so upset. Look at Jill, too. Damn, we all, like, have, like, a billion different school outfits. Or no, maybe just one school outfit and one, like, track outfit. Celeste just never wears hers, though. Oh, this is interesting, though, because this one, it looks an awful lot like ours. Like, Sakura's in the exact same pose and everything. Sakura and Hifumi, I mean.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind
Kyoko's like, I
laid a
told
trap
you.
To make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The photographs we just presented, the proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos, and that person is the ones who got the photos. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what everyone just
In
said.
each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received
Although it
it.
bears noting that Junko's face is obscured in all of them.
So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
Toko was one of the options.
In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Please. Shame we didn't get Kyoko's photo in the end, actually, because there could be some really useful information in all
In
these.
other words, Monokuma
Sakura
gave each of
just
us
like,
a
"Sure you can-"
in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. Because there's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not
Do you think they'll let us say it?
directly connected to what we're talking
Or
about.
will he just be like,
but I'd like
Junko's
to double
face is
check
hidden?
something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Or is it a hangman? Byakuya's picture? This is just always hanging out in the background. No, yeah, I guess. Oh, Junko's got water splashed in her face. I was wondering how she was hidden this time. This one she's just turned around. This one she's turned around. This one, Kiyotaka's blocking it. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... Do I get to say it yet,
Can you
or...?
just forget about the photo already?
No.
Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No. I assure you, they're quite real.
And you can trust me because reasons.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that, so it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be
Sorry, I hit a key on the
absolutely
keyboard.
positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Debate time again? Or, oh, it's Hangman. Okay, sure. Memory loss? How are we gonna phrase this? Just memory, maybe? I guess that's memory. Oh, wait, amnesia. I'm sorry, probably. Ah, whoa, I almost shot the A twice. Ah, that S went away. Bang! No, come back, yeah. I didn't do the last A, did I?
Understand?
Now I understand!
Let's
That's what I
say
meant.
that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
He's being a smart ass.
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, We all lost our memories? That's
Gosh, she's
just
like tearing up.
crazy.
So they're gonna be like, let's provide some proof that there's something in that we lost memories, and I'm gonna be like, well, the Yasuhiro stuff in the second floor dorm, right? It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. So if it gives me the Yasuhiro's effects bullet. It did not. Interview DVD. Oh, I guess the interview DVD, if you don't remember making that. That would probably do it.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia?
Let's just hear how they phrase it.
When did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong. Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not
Monokuma just
show us
snaps it.
something indecent, are you?
No, well, I mean, it's not very happy, but I wouldn't say
No,
indecent.
It's nothing like that.
How are we watching it
It's
here?
a video of all of us
He's just explaining
being
what it was, I
interviewed
guess.
by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lie? I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
I guess these screens just come equipped.
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
It's not exactly easy for us to believe either.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
It's a possibility. God, we really gotta start using the word suggests rather than proves, and possibility rather than fact.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a
Looked
time,
like we were standing.
and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane. How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
We're given to understand that there's something going on with the headmaster where it was like, we represented the hope of everyone because there was something awful about to happen outside, like there was about to be a huge war or something. In which case, I guess the idea is that we all thought we were doing something good by living out the rest of our lives here, maybe. And that's how we were conned into it, basically.
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
So are we saying that the bit at the beginning where he was all, Makoto was all, I'm sitting here in front of Host Peak Academy, but boy am I nervous because I'm nothing like those other students. That was all pre-year one? And then we spent a year together and then had our memories wiped? Or is that the timeline of events? Or by the time that he was like, oh boy am I nervous, his memories had been like doctored already at that point, and in reality, he'd already been in the school for some time at that time, which would also explain why we had a specific flashback to it when he fell down the garbage dump thing, because it was a memory that was like faked and implanted into him.
Oopsie. You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains?
I read it open up your skills at first.
Would you really believe anything I said?
I messed with your
How it
build.
happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Although to be fair, you did say we'd be executed if we couldn't figure out everything.
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive of Host Week Academy? The original
You
motive.
mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of
Can we redirect things for a minute?
Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Right. Monokuma control room, Mukuro Ikusaba's profile, the Headmaster's handbook. Let's hold on to Mukuro Ikusaba's profile for a moment.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Oh, big one.
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
Behind
When you
everything.
think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes
Behind
you
everything,
so
here
sure?
somewhere.
What does make me so sure?
Thing you said.
You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles
away. That's probably what I'm supposed to contradict.
Masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
Okay, what do I have? The mastermind, the one controlling Monokuma. Where is the mastermind in the Monokuma
so
room?
Who did it? Who
Oh,
killed
so just
her?
Monokuma control room? Because
Whoever
Monokuma's
did
currently
it
being
was to say
controlled?
that much
I guess so.
Probably a
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
As a matter of fact, I did.
In the
You know what I
back of
did.
the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma.
That's why she was so sure as well.
The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
But not someone in this room currently.
Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only people to take a single step in Homespeak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto.
Of course you do.
Why me?
Cuz it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
That's fair.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself.
I would
right?
direct your attention to all the X'd out portraits, though, to realize who is still alive, but...
You got me.
I'm
What are you
Makoto.
trying to say?
So how do you propose I'm controlling Monokuma? For standing here?
Calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
Like 5 minutes?
You're right. What more is there to talk about?
I mean, since the previous
If you
trial.
want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different.
My sources trust me, bro.
Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
My source is I made it the fuck up. The other wounds. I got it!
All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
Made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago, so they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
What makes you say that?
How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that
We've
means...
got the profile, of course, that denies this.
You know...
You're wrong.
She denied me. Before I could even say anything.
All right, settle down, simmer down.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
You're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? But sure, yeah, so all we gotta do is put Mukuro's profile on. She had them before she came here, and it's the one they're gonna default us to having equipped. How nice of them. It always defaults to the middle one, right? Yes, it does.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
She was so ultimate that she never got hit.
He must have been in 100 different battles.
Does that mean her killer's even stronger?
When you think about it,
I can't believe we're even same age. This whole thing is just surreal.
She got all those
In battle. No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle.
And I'll explain how next time on Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, because that's all the time we have for now, friends. Okay, most of these cells are pretty basic so far. They could all go wrong in a bit if they pull another case trial 5 on us, but so far this is all cool, fair enough. I do wonder how they're going to get to figuring out it's Junko, though. I guess they're just going to have to say, someone's just going to say, who's the only other one who suffered countless wounds in this school if it wasn't Mukuro? And we're going to be like, oh, well, Junko. And then we're gonna be like, what? So Mukuro's still alive? And then the bear's gonna be like, no! Shut up! But anyway, that is all for now. Next week on the channel is a silly little video where I'm gonna try and test how quickly I can mash. Just for fun. I gotta know for science. After which is more of this. Maybe even the final episode of this. I don't know. It's hard to say how long this trial is gonna be. It seems like it's gonna probably be pretty long, right? So it might be more than one episode past this. But that's over now. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I'll see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! Water into the whole ocean around that